Welcome to Voices for Justice with Danielle. Today, we are going to take a look at the Sandra Birchmore case, which I've been following for a while and was one of the first cases I created content about to raise awareness on what happened to her. On the morning of Thursday, February 4th, 2021, Officers Ensley Gotard, Michael Brady, and Chip Yeaton went to 3307 Windsor Woods Way to perform a well-being check on Sandra at the request of school officials. Shortly after, Detective Jonathan McCourt went with Sergeant Michael Lank, who was taking charge of coordinating with the Mass State Police, the District Attorney's Office, and the Medical Examiner's Office, to the scene. Trooper Sergeant John Fanning grew up in Stoughton, Sandra's hometown, and the location of the police department of her three abusers from the Explorer program. We'll talk more about them later. Trooper Sergeant John Fanning and Trooper Matthew Dunn conducted the investigation into Sandra's death. Canton Police Officer Kevin Albert assisted others with interviews in the days following the discovery of Sandra's body. Trooper Nick Garino, along with other agencies, was tasked with data extraction. Just like in the Karen Reed case, he couldn't find any relevant data to extract. Surveillance video footage from the lobby of Sandra's apartment complex was determined as having no investigative value. The footage from February 1st, 2021 showed Sandra Birchmore on the last day she was seen alive and the last person to see her alive, Matthew Farwell, entering her apartment building and leaving 28 minutes later. There had been an ongoing internal affairs investigation initiated by the Attorney General's office, which concluded August 29, 2022, after substantiating allegations that Matthew Farwell engaged in conduct unbecoming of an officer, was incompetent, was untruthful, and failed to display the proper attention and devotion to his duty. On September 23, 2022, Stoughton Police Chief Donna McNamara held a press conference to reveal three now former officers were found to have engaged in inappropriate relations with a young woman who was now deceased. The other two officers were Matthew's twin brother, William Farwell, and Deputy Chief of Police Robert Devine. On Wednesday, August 28, 2024, federal authorities indicted former Stoughton Police Detective Matthew Farwell on charges that he murdered Sandra Birchmore, aged 23 years, in her Canton, Mass. Apartment. At all times relevant to this indictment, between on or about March 27, 2012, and on or about April 1, 2022, defendant Matthew Farwell was a sworn officer of the Stoughton Police Department in Stoughton, Massachusetts. In his capacity as a Stoughton police officer, Farwell also served as an instructor for the Stoughton Police Explorers Academy, which was a vocational education program for local youth. The Police Explorers was designed to enable youth participants to learn about law enforcement careers. Sandra Birchmore was born in May 1997. In or around March 2010, Sandra Birchmore applied to be a participant in the Police Explorers. At that time, Birchmore was 12 years old. She began participating in the program in or around the spring of 2010 and remained in the program through in or around 2016. Prior to in or around 2012, Farwell was a Police Explorers volunteer. He became an instructor when he started working for the Stoughton Police Department in 2012. Before Birchmore attained the age of 16 years old, Farwell engaged in sexual intercourse and other sex acts with Birchmore. Farwell's sexual contact with Birchmore continued until in or around early 2021. The Stoughton Police Department required employees, including police officers, to accurately report their time and attendance in order to receive wages and overtime. During some of the shifts when Farwell was supposed to be performing his duties as a Stoughton police officer, he was instead engaged in sex acts with Birchmore. He failed to disclose that information to the Stoughton Police Department, and he took steps to conceal his conduct from other department employees. In or around December 2020, Birchmore learned that she was pregnant. Birchmore told Farwell that he was the father of the child. On or about January 20th, 2021, Birchmore's friend called the Stoughton Police Department and told a department employee that Farwell had been having sex with Birchmore. Shortly thereafter, a Stoughton Police Department employee told Farwell about the call. On or about February 1st, 2021, Farwell killed Birchmore by strangulation. Shortly thereafter, Farwell staged Birchmore's Canton, Massachusetts apartment to make it appear as if Birchmore had committed suicide. Grand jury charges. The grand jury realleges and incorporates by reference the allegations in paragraphs 1 through 8 of this indictment. On or about February 1st, 2021, in Canton, in the District of Massachusetts, the defendant, Matthew Farwell, did kill Sandra Birchmore, a person known to the grand jury, with malice, aforethought, willfully, deliberately, maliciously, and with premeditation, and with the intent to prevent the communication by any person to a law enforcement officer of information relating to the commission or possible commission of a federal offense, to wit, commission or possible commission of the federal offenses of deprivation of rights under color of law in violation of 18 U.S.C. 242, coercion and enticement, in violation of 18 U.S.C. 2422b, and wire fraud, in violation of 18 U.S.C. 1343, all in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1512A1C. Sandra Birchmore is no longer with us, and her baby will never be born. Hopefully, Farwell's arrest is the first step to justice.